Konbanwa, James des. Konbanwa, James des. This is James, hopefully coming to you in some sort of stereo vision. As I might have mentioned before, I use Canon HF10 camera to shoot live shows and to shoot outside, mostly. And I have this little webcam up here on top of my computer to shoot simple things from home. But this HF10 has a slight problem in that the zoom switch is... how do I explain this? It's got a couple springs in it that push it in opposite directions. And when you push the zoom in or the zoom out, there's a spring that pushes it back to central, back to the center. Now, those springs have gotten a little worn out, possibly because I've been abusing the zoom switch. And funny thing, I googled around in Japanese and found out this is a problem that sometimes happens with the HF10 and with other Canon video cameras. Otherwise, it's a great camera. And it looks like I'm going to have to take this in to get repaired. But I don't have time to wait for it to get repaired because I've got a show coming up this Saturday that I want to film. So I'm probably going to try to work out something with... actually, wait a minute. Let me... hopefully I've got this... the computer thing in a window here. I'm going to turn that off for a second. And then move it over here. Can I move it over there now? Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, why don't I show you what I'm talking about with the zoom switch. I wonder if I can make this work. Okay, now if I push it, let's see, this is zoom out, right? Okay, this is zoom in, and it just sort of, I took my finger off and it kept zooming in. Let me zoom back out again. Now, if I give it a yank so it hits the spring so the spring can knock it back to the center, like that. Oh, it still it still gets sort of stuck. Let me push that. Yeah, okay, now it stops zooming in. Let me give it a little another push to the out. Okay, yeah. So you can stick in the opposite direction too because the springs on each side. There's a spring on each side that pushes it back to center. Let me zoom back out and let me give it a tap. See if I can get it to... there it goes. And it zooms back in again. Now there I got it to zoom in by giving it a tap, but sometimes it'll zoom in on its own when I'm not doing anything. You might have seen that in some of my recent live videos, or some of my recent videos outside where the camera just started zooming in for no reason. That's because this little switch on top here is broken, or actually the springs inside are worn out. So I got to get it repaired, but I don't have time to right now because I got a show coming up this Saturday where I'm playing, and I have to film it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these earplugs here, and I'm going to try to tape them to either side of this zoom switch to act to, I guess, back up the springs, or do the job of the springs, since the springs aren't doing their job. Let's see if I can zoom back out. Yeah. And hopefully I'm going to be able to hand this camera off to someone, because it's really not practical to try to set up a tripod when you're about to play. Even though I'm up first at 5 p.m. May 2nd. Yikes. Okay. I got a bit of a cold, so I'm staying in today. So I got to get that fixed by Saturday. And I got to do something about this camera by Saturday, even if it just means taping some earplugs to the opposite sides of the zoom switch. Okay, later.